Okay, wake up every morning with the thoughts that new things is just very, very, very close to you. New things is about to, something new is about to take off. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, have this at the back of your mind that as much as you went to bed feeling so down, in the morning, at least I'm alive. So something wonderful is about to happen, something great, something beautiful, something beyond your understanding, something you cannot comprehend is just right about your side. All you just need to do is to know what direction, in which direction, how the direction is going to be. You don't know it, I don't know it, but you are able to understand that, yes, I have this feeling, I have this understanding. I know that He will make a way for me. I know that something good, something wonderful is going to happen today. So be positive about your mornings when you wake up. No matter how sad, downcasted, troubled, sometimes, our faith may wear us down because we are human. We may just feel weighed down and like, but said, why are you cast down, oh my soul? I don't know what the Quran has said concerning that. But I wish somebody would just send it to me now and I will just read it. But the Bible said, why are you cast down, oh my soul? Don't be cast down. Believe it is well, all is possible, and nothing is going to stop you from fulfilling, achieving. Because He said, He has towards you a thought of good and not of evil, and to grant you an expected end, a hope and a future that no man can withstand, no man can comprehend, no man can, tackle. So it's all well with you. It's Family and Values, and this is Galaxy Television. Family and Values is a program that is set all out for you and I to put ourselves in check, to rate ourselves. Yes. There was one of our word of Mabu that says that if everything is going smoothly for you as a parent, then check it. That doesn't mean that you're perfect. It simply means something is wrong somewhere. You may not be seeing it, but be on the lookout. So that is what Family and Value is all about. We check ourselves. It's like a checkmate. We check ourselves, we look out for ourselves, we discuss issues that, it's difficult for us to even look at home, between husband and wife, father, mother, the parents, and the children. And it's an opportunity for us to relate with this. So, welcome today, Tuesday, the 19th day in the month of November. Hey, gradually November. I am not scared. I'm just trying to let you know. Start preparing. Oh. Christmas is around the corner. Already somebody sent me a Christmas message. Was it yesterday on Sunday? I'm just here. It can't see me this one. It is well. So, get prepared. Put yourself in check. Look at your account. See, plan ahead now. If you have not been, do that for you, for your family, for your well-being, and for your sound mind, so that madam will not be asking beyond what you have not planned. So if you have put a strategy together, it will be easy for you to say, see, madam, this is what I put together. So inculcate it to what you have before we sit down together and see, let's discuss. My name is Olori Adejoke Adubi David, and you can join us on all our social media platforms. Also, don't forget on Star Times, on National Digitalized Station 741, on AVO app. You can always get Galaxy Television on O Prime application as well. And you can easily download our application to follow us. We'll bring it to you hot, the way it is. And nothing is being, taken out of it. So, my friends call me Olori AJ. I hope you're ready for us this morning because it's Tuesday with a difference. And my partner is here live and direct.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning. Why are you looking all cool this morning? So calm.
I should be cool now.
No, that's the unusual Mama Gen Z.
I should be cool.
Well, it's good to be here. Good morning to our esteemed viewers. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. Yeah, it feels good to be here. If you miss this place, if you're here and you miss your people, you know that yes, you missed them, but we are back and we thank God that we are back. All right, my name is Princess Joy Ayo Abu. Welcome to the show. Enjoy yourself. It promises to be educative. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, promises to be educative, and we have a whole lot. It's a beautiful opportunity and a privilege. I don't want you and I to miss it because it doesn't come, all the time like this. It just have it chomp and it goes away and will come back again. So I will not want to take much of our time because our guest is on standby. And so it's time for us to go for our mini feature. Do you have any birthday shout out?
No, no, no.
We wish everyone celebrating today happy birthday, and we pray that it will not be the least of celebrations that you have. Any anniversary, we wish you the very best, and you keep on celebrating and rejoicing. That is our wish for you. Let's go for a mini feature, and we'll start about with the program. Stay tuned. Very important because we have gone all the way to Canada to bring you our guest this morning. And the hour, this time, 6 hours, no big joke. This is the best time to sleep. But we are keeping them on a video. This morning we're talking about anti-rape device called Rapex. It's actually Rape Axe, but it's Rapex. How are you, when people talk about rape, what goes through your mind? What runs through your blood spine and every part of you when you hear, somebody was raped? Recently, we had a story like that. But this morning, this device is just for us to know there is something called Rapex. And it's a device that is to help to curb and put those giant elephants in the room who are just out to make a mockery of human. We're about to talk about that. This morning we have Asiwaju Segun Adeniro. He is a corporate leader, a counselor, and a life coach. Myself and Joy will be talking about Rapex this morning. And Asiwaju, are you there? It's so good to have you this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me. I really want to reach for the stars this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for reaching out for the stars. We're so delighted to have you. We're so glad that you could make it because of the time difference and everything. We're so, so, so grateful. And for people who don't know, he's also a man of the word. So Asiwaju is somebody who love life, and as much as he love life, he want decency and discipline. He's a true Omo Yoruba. So when we're talking, if you decide to chip in one or two Yoruba talks, just get used to it. It's from Ibadan. And Ibadan people, no matter how learned and educated they are, they will always want to let you know that as much as I am this sound, I can equally, I don't forgotten my origin. So Asiwaju, this morning we're talking about anti-rape device called Rapex. And I want to ask, can you help us? What is Rapex, and how can Rapex prevent rape in our society? Is it possible it really prevents rape?
Oh, thank you very much, Olorieje. One thing I want us to start with, based on, let's just take a step back and look at the intro. In the intro, said a lot of things about the device called Rapex. One thing that I want us to take off from here, the intent of the lady that developed the Rapex was to make sure that there is a victim to the crime. One thing we should understand that women, the female fold, have been objectified to the extent of making them, I don't want to use that word very strongly because of the male gender, that we tend to see the women more as an object to be used. Because sometimes when you step back, you want to look at what plays in the brain of a rapist. So the intent of the device is a non-surgical, non-invasive type of device to put a victim against the offender, a person that has gone ahead and done the crime. So this device is inserted into the female, and the intent is when there is a penetration, the object attaches to the male organ. Because of the way it attaches so firmly that it has some sharp edge, some darts that attach to the male organ. So by the time it attaches, the pain to the perpetrator is so much. So there's no way he could remove the device from his organ. So he needs a medical surgery. He needs a procedure to remove it. So what the intent of the device is to get a victim. I mean, to get the perpetrator, to catch the perpetrator in the act. So we have to understand that there's a lot of argument around this, especially from the male folk, that this can be misused. Somebody might just want to can lure you into it, you get into it, and you now become a criminal, because rape is a criminal offense anyway. So one thing I want us to look at is it's neither here nor there, and we have to be very careful to make sure that when we are talking about this, we are not trying to criminalize the male gender. We have to be very careful, because not all the rapes, in a criminal justice system, it's very difficult for the women to prove rape. It's very, very difficult. Because you understand, because of mentality, because of our assumed values, many females would not readily come out and report rape, because it takes a lot of more proof rape. So, but this device is excellent. It will just go out, because you cannot remove, the male cannot remove.
Okay, let me quickly chip in this question while you're answering that, because I understand where your concern is coming from. But what is the positive risk effect on the victim, on the rape victim, that will have to insert this thing, like on the female aspect of it? Because your concern is majorly concerning the male folks, and you're saying it should not be misused. For the victim, for the potential risk victim, what is the risk on the lady that insects it?
Yeah, like I said, it's a non-invasive, it's non-surgical. It's as if the female condom, or it's as if you want to insert, the female want to insert a tampon. It's not. It doesn't affect the woman, the female. Sorry, it doesn't affect the female. It's the idea is geared towards the rapist, or so I have to be very careful here. It's against the rapist, to catch the rapist in the act. That is the intent, and that's the purpose. So, but to the extent of the female, it doesn't affect. Even it's done is the device attaches to the male organ to the extent that it does not cause exchange of fluid. You might just think, okay, well, if that thing has sharp ends, would that cause the male? Would it cut the male organ to the extent of exchange of fluid, their blood? No, it won't. It won't do that. It will hold on firmly to the male organ. That the next thing is just for the man to remove it, and it attaches so much. And the more you force, the more the male forces it, it's because of the sharp edge. It will continue to give the man discomfort. It's very, very painful. I can assure you, it's a very, very painful experience. Thank you.
It's time for us to go for a short break. I will be right back, because we have someone who is going to join you also as we continue to join us with this conversation. So it's time for us to have a short break. We want to take our word on Bible, and possibly return back to continue this particular discussion. So stay tuned, Ashwaju. Don't go anywhere. We are still on. Values, and we've been talking about anti-rape device called Rapex. Rapex, and it's not a good one for those who feel you can just do it and get away with it. It's time you start being very careful. You may not even know. You may not know, and the damage, the risk involved is so terrible. So you dare not even try it. You dare not. Okay, so we've been talking with Asiwaju Segun Adeniran. He joined us, will join us live from Canada, and we're also having Faith Ogbonachidera. She's a graduate of National Open University. She will be discussing and joining us in this discussion. Faith, good morning. Asiwaju, are you still there? Asiwaju, are you there? Faith.
Yes, please, I can, sir.
Okay, Asiwaju,
Yes, I'm
thank
still
you,
here.
sir. Thank you
Yeah.
for standing by. You saw that word on Mabo. You took away my words, my intimacy, my voice. You took away everything when a lady or a male person is raped. But it's so concerning when you talk about female, because they believe to be fragile, and they have more cause for damage than even the male. But as much as I said it yesterday, a man of God was saying that he was raped at the age of, he was sodomized. He took a carnal sodomized at the age of 8 in a private school. He was just 8-year-old. And so I want to ask Asiwaju, how can our society address the root cause of rape, especially when rape comes up? You know, recently we had a 17-year-old that was taking carnal knowledge of in a police station, a place where you're supposed to be saved. And I was just imagining if this sergeant, as he was about to have a carnal knowledge of her, there was a Rapex, in the girl, they will not look at the man committing the offense.
Yes.
They will be looking at the girl. Why do you have to use this particular device? Because the damage it will cause. Now, how can the society address the issue of rape? And when you talk about rape, especially those that has to do with family, they say, don't say it. It's your uncle. Don't say it. Don't worry, we are going to settle it at home. We don't want it to. You are a Yoruba man, and I know you are so cultured, and you love your personality and your culture so much. What and how do you think we can help to solve the issue of rape around us?
And one thing I want us to understand that rape is predatory. Most of these attackers, they know their victim. They know their victim. You see, one thing we should understand, rape is usually not spontaneous. It's not something you just wake up, I'm going to rape somebody. You must have looked at, there's some futures. You see, what plays in the head of the attackers is because we don't even take our time after the act, after the crime, we don't even look at the attacker. We need to look at the psychology, what plays in the mind of the attacker. We don't have evidences. All we want to know, often they're okay. A typical example of the lady that was raped, the only thing we still have till today, we have not had anything from the attacker. We were just playing with the fact that, okay, there was this video evidence, the lady was asked, did she penetrate? Yes. Nobody has taken time to sit down with the attacker. Why did you do this? Ask a lot of questions to understand the psychology, because if you don't understand the reason why this rape takes place, you can't, even with the device, we cannot handle it. one of the things we need to do is for us to go into the mind of the attacker. Why did you do this? What brought, when did this start? How many times have you had relationship? I mean, okay, situations where a father rapes his own daughter, and like our usual sentiment. I have had a situation when a mother went to the police station, told a father impregnated her daughter, and the mother went to the police station and told them this is how God wants to increase their family. How do you explain that? So there's an enablement even from the people that are paying, because one, they talk down the victim to the extent of saying, I'm paying, this is your father, you don't want to put your father in prison. A lot of sentiment. For me, one of the things that we should do in addressing this menace, this horrible thing, is we should try to go into the mind of the attacker. Every time the crime takes place, we should go into the mind of the attacker. Why did this take place? For Sonette to have come to this level of developing this device, she dealt with a lot of victims that she interviewed. She spoke with a lot of victims that before she got to this level of developing this device. And so, because she was a blood technologist, and when it comes to rape, a lot of body fluids get involved. So she was talking back to back with all the victims. But how many times did we take our time to go into the mind, into the psychology of the attacker? The only thing we want to focus on the crime. And when we focus on the crime, we do it halfway. We don't go the full haul. We just do it halfway. Okay, well, because the first thing that comes into our mind is, let us quickly find an homegrown solution. Let us find a way of resolving this. And that does not put the victim in any good place. Even the crime of say, okay, we're going to put you in jail perpetually, is a life sentence. Even that does not deter. We can see that it does not deter. We still have it happening every day. One of the things I think we are missing is the fact that we always leave the attacker. We don't focus on the attacker. We want to go into the mind. Why did this happen? And the process of going into the mind, we'll be able to find a solution. That's where the solution lies, not the crime. We can see consistently that the crime, even the punitive, the consequence of the crime is not stopping it. So one of the things where we want to go to is, let us go into the mind, the psychology, the thought process of the attacker. Thank you.
I love the fact that you're saying we should go into the minds of the attackers, because even as this show is going on, one person is being raped somewhere, somehow. You would definitely have that case reported. Somewhere, somebody is being raped, even at the moment. And when you look at the fact that you're talking from the place of the attacker, a lot of people that have been arrested and they'll tell you it's the devil's handwork, and we all know that it's just more than the devil's handwork.
It's human handwork.
It's human handwork. There is more to it. There is an evil mindset behind whatever it is that will make a man or a woman rape someone. Now, my question to you is, how can this device prevent rape? How can it help? Have you seen it in the nearest future that is something that would help crop the crime of rape? Before we even started talking about the attacker, let us even stop it. Let's stop the rise. Let's stop it, because it's becoming every day you are coming across victims of rape. And these are the ones that talk. The ones that don't talk, the ones that just sweep it under the carpet, they are there. Yeah. But how can this Rapex device now help in curbing this crime of rape?
Yeah, thank you very much. My own concern with the device, and like I said, you saw my body language when we started this conversation. My own concern is the fact that the device is only evidence-based. That's all it wants to do. It wants to catch the criminal. That's what it wants to do. But human nature. We want to find a way of even talking to the person that has inserted that device into herself to, I mean, it's just like you want to rape a young woman that has the device inside. You have a way of talking her, even to the extent of her removing it. You know that? It's because there's going to be another. So my own concern is the fact that the device is only meant to catch their attacker, but does not really address the issue of rape. The issue of rape is multidimensional. It's very wide. A lot of things come into the box, the toolbox of rape. Someone will always, they say, when you get an attacker or when you get somebody that has committed, they always have a reason. They always come up with a reason. I have a reason for raping her. Even to the extent of saying, okay, it's the devil. I mean, that's a reason anyway. It's a devil. It's a reason in the mind of the attacker. So one of the things I feel we should do outside trying to catch, it's very good. This device will catch you because it's evidence-based. You cannot do anything. You cannot remove the device except there's a doctor, there's a surgical procedure in removing. But do you know that rapists are repeat offenders? Are you aware that rapists, the moment they get one done, it's like a rust. They don't stop. They want to go on to the next victim. They feel that, okay, well, probably I got into trouble. You'll be shocked. Somebody that has just been arrested for rape. He raped someone. He went through the consequences. He was released. He went on to rape another person again. So one thing I understand is it's not, the device is evidence-based. You want an evidence. You want to catch a victim. That is not all about, that should not be all about our interest. For me, it might come in to the extent of fear. That, okay, this lady or this girl might be putting that device on. And, it's a device that has, it has radio connectivity that when it catches the attacker, it sends a beeping sound, it sends a signal. Somebody can go into, human beings, our minds are so wide, especially when it comes to emotional things. They can find a way of breaking into the device and try to break into the connectivity, the radio connectivity, because it has to make a big sound, try to get the emergency network to be activated. So what I think we should do is we should deal with this issue of rape more and far beyond trying to catch the, because, okay, let's say, even now that the device is not on the victim, we still catch them. Do we not? We do. We catch the victim. The victim is caught. But at the end of it, this same victim goes back again and do another one. So that's the question. That's the major issue that we have to deal with here. The device is good. It's going to reduce reasonably. But for me, to the extent of stopping rape, I strongly doubt it. I strongly doubt it.
It's of voice from Faith. Do you mind if we have a voice from Faith? Please hold on. Let's talk to Faith while we hear our own view. Hello, Faith. Are you there?
Good morning.
Hello, Faith. Faith, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, now I want to ask you, do you think it is right for any woman to use this rape acts to wait? I know you know about it, so I don't want to go back to asking you what you know. Do you think it's advisable to help to save rape victims? Do you think it's advisable? What's your take on this?
First things first, I would like to say I'm a rape survivor. And I don't really think it's necessary putting it on, because you don't even know where the attack is coming from. First things first, I like to say this: you don't know when it just creeps up on the victim. Like, how did this happen? I was raped from the age of 5 till I was way down 17. And majority of the times it had to do with it had a lot to do with family members. And I don't think it's the right way to go about it. Yes, because most times there aren't really proofs, because this device is actually to create an evidence. It is not curtailing the act of rape. It is just to create an evidence that this person actually did this act, carried out this act. And in most cases, because you want to create an evidence, you go as far as hurting the perpetrator of the act. I personally feel like um, if there is a better way of catching the offender, this should not be. I mean, this is way too much for me. I think I must say it's way too much. It is.
Contribution. Our guest was talking about getting to know the mind of the attacker, and talking to the attacker to find out why they perpetrate this particular act. Just like you said, it can creep up anytime, unprepared. But then looking at it, this device now is here. Yes, your concern is it's going to hurt the victim more, the person perpetrating this crime. But do you think in any way it will help if it's allowed to be used in the society? Do you think maybe the fear or the mere fact that people out there know that there is a device like this, probably it would give. Now, I'm not talking about family, the ones that maybe you're a child and you don't know. I'm talking of full grown. Maybe you're going somewhere or you're leaving your house. You're just guarding yourself against this thing that can come up anywhere. Maybe you're going for a party you're not sure of and you decide to make use of it. Do you think if it's launched into the public officially that it will help to curb rape?
Okay. Yeah, now the thing is, if lots of women um, tend to start, taking this style of prevention. Now, by the time peace gets to find out that, oh, if I do this, there's a possibility that I would face this, I will feel this pain, or I would have to deal with this, then, it keeps coming out. Now, the thing is, what's the publicity like? More like, if the first person who inserts it, the victim or the perpetrator of the act, feels this pain, then we have the next, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and like that. And then eventually there is no publicity to it, that, oh, so and so person did this and this was what happened. Or we've had series of cases, like we always have those rape cases, and then somebody is the perpetrator had jungle justice, or instant justice, or the victim had instant justice, because the perpetrator had to feel this pain. If it is something that is going to spread like wildfire, whereby people get to know, now rapists would not have to take precaution. Would be like, oh, I don't know who I would lynch on, and this thing would happen to me. Every man takes that part of his body so preciously. Nobody wants to feel that kind of a pain. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to feel it. It's unbearable. So if there's going to be publicity, now it's a thing of choice. On the other hand, I must say, if women in Nigeria want to do it, it's a thing of choice. It's still, it's just that in various parts of Nigeria, if for instance the device is cheap to install, or if it's safe to install, like I know it's safe to install, we must have publicity. If you try this, this is what happens. You have jungle, even before the police comes for you, this is what is going to happen. So more like there should be publicity as to women that have installed it or that have it. If there is an issue, please publicize so that it will start spreading like wildfire, where the perpetrators of this act will not even want to carry it out anymore. I think it's a way to curtail, on the other hand, too.
Ashwaju and Faith on the air now. Can we have Ashwaju and Faith? Ashwaju, are you still with us? Can we have Ashwaju and Faith on our screen? Where is Ashwaju? Can we have Ashwaju and Ashwaju Shegun Adeniro? Hello, is Ashwaju still with us? Faith is joining us here from Lagos, and Ashwaju is joining us from Canada. Is Ashwaju still very much with us? We want Ashwaju, we want to take their last advice. Now, Faith, since you are still here, I want to ask, the experience of a rape victim is always not a good one. And if we are looking at the attacker and we're not looking at the person who is the victim of rape, what do you think the concentration should be on? The rape victim or the rapist? Actually, your final word. I wanted you and Faith to give us your final advice on this Rapex and what good it will do to the society. Because I know when Dr. Sonette of South Africa actually did it, there was a lot of awareness. She said she had to start going here and there and showing them how it works. And it actually reduced the number of rape. In short, it's like all of them just decided to just buckle up. And this device actually it was not sold. It was given out for free, but it was a sample. But I want to ask finally, who do we really concentrate on when we have situations like this? The rapist or the rape victim? That's my final question that you need to wrap up for us. Ashwaju, from you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope you can hear me very clearly.
Sure, we can.
Yes, my own for me, it's going to be a two-pronged approach. But because you see, we have a situation on our hands that we are not focusing. An attacker, they are always a repeat offender. The moment they have done it once, they believe they can do it again and get away with it. So that's a major challenge for us here. It should be two-pronged approach. One, the victim has to be properly taken care of. Two,
recording in progress.
The attacker too should be made outside facing the consequence. We need to get into the psychology of a rapist. We have to understand the mindset of a rapist. Why did you find out that, like I said, I gave an example the other time, to get to this level, like I get getting this right, she did a lot of research. She did a lot of interviews, but we are not doing that. Oh my God! Can you hear me?
Something is wrong with that network. Can we have Faith?
What I think,
if Ashwaju's network is not audible.
Are you with me? Can I go ahead?
You have 60 seconds left.
Oh, so thank you very much. So what I think is this will be double-pronged approach. We deal with the victim and we deal with the attacker. It is a very, very serious issue that we cannot just leave and say, okay, what we want to focus on is the crime and catching the criminal. That should not be our approach. Thank you.
appreciate your time with us. God bless you and have a beautiful and a fulfilled day. We hope to see you very soon, one time again.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Faith, are you still there? Can you give us
Yes,
your
please, I'm
final
here, ma'am.
advice as a victim? What would you want to share with our people as your final advice to watch out for, to look out for, and things not to do and to do?
First things first, I'd like to say a lot of people over the time that do this thing have different reasons why they do it. Some will say perhaps they're sexually attracted to the person. In other cases, it could be that they just want to, because of the sexual urge towards the person for no just reason. I just tend to feel it's out of weakness. Now, for whatever it is, you have, that the perpetrator has given the victim a very bad feeling about life, about sex. I am defensive from time. My parents were actually extremely busy, so I was at the mercy of people all the time. I was at the mercy of people, and it's so bitter for me because when I see things like this, it has a way it sends a wrong. It reminds me. It gives me. It's a kind of trauma I had to deal with over the years, and now I've come to realize that a couple of people that had to do those things maybe were rape victims too, and then brought it down into their adulthood. They didn't find a way to deal with it. They didn't find a way to um, get out of that thing, and they have moved it on to somebody else to feel the pain. Now, most times for a victim like me, I had traumas. I battle with insomnia. And in most cases, relationship is almost out of the quest for me. So if I'm not saying attention should not be given to the perpetrator, but more of it should be given to the victim, because the person now has a lot to deal with. I've had to deal with rape from family members. I've had to deal with gang rape, and I didn't see it coming. There was no reason to why it should happen. I'm not the kind of girl that dresses. I cover my body. I don't see any reason why it should happen to me. So most times the victims should invest more energy in the victim. And I want to use this opportunity to do a shout out to CHO, because they really helped me in my time of trauma. I had to see series of psychologists that helped me out of this trauma. And it's a thing that we need to, when working on issues of rape, we have to deal more with the victim, because the victim has to get out of that psychology that what happened isn't the way it is. It should be better. It can be better. That's it. Thank you very much, ma'am.
So much, Faith. Oh my God. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and also coming out to talk with us. We hope that God will continue to renew you and refresh you and reload you and give you the confidence that you have already gained. It will not go back like Barolong. So thank you so much, Faith Chidera Ogbona, and also to Ashiwaju Shegun Adeniran. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate both of you, and thank you for this beautiful knowledge and spread to do awareness on this, because a lot is happening when it comes to rape. Joy, over to you.
I feel so sad because, like I said, even while this show is going on, somebody out there is being raped.
Sure.
You know, what pains me is that it comes from family members. Sometimes you look at it and you just feel like you should just take extreme measures. So that's why I hate it when people want to pet rape cases. I hate it when you want to sweep it down the carpet. I feel like, bring this person. At the time I said, castrate, do something. Because look at what she said. She had to deal with gang rape. You don't,
and it's all family.
It's all
people
family.
You know.
Ashwaju
also said it's people that
it's
have been monitoring
know.
and been looking. It's people you see around you.
This is to all parents out there. You know, when we see, don't if you want to be overprotective, please do. If that's the only way to save what God has put in your hands. You heard what she said. Her parents were too busy. at the end of the day, you're looking for money, you lose what God has given to you. So please be,
Wow,
be
time is,
careful
our
out
time
there.
is really
Please,
fast
just be
spent.
careful out there.
We're
Thank you
sorry
very
to have
much.
taken so much time
My
this
name still
morning.
remains Princess Joy.
So sorry about
tomorrow.
that. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful time. As we'll be talking about men feel pain. Men feel pain. That's what we'll be discussing tomorrow. Men feel pain on family and values. They also feel pain. In what way? We'll see. We'll talk about it tomorrow. My name is Rimini Luradejoke David. Hope to see you tomorrow. You are bound to win some tickets to be on that program for Men Also Feel Pain. So let's see how tomorrow will be. Today is still here. Let's go with it, and God bless you. Have a splendid day.